Oh, hey. Wow, you guys caught me off guard. I was totally unprepared off this video. None of this is scripted down anywhere, okay? It's just totally, yeah, organic.
Hand on the wheel, got my pistons pumping, all 800 horses
Back
running.
everybody, it's AVP. If you're new around these parts, welcome. Warm virtual hugs from me to you, okay? We're hugging this one out, okay, this time around. Yes, I'm sending you virtual hugs. It's weird and awkward that I'm doing this right now. Let's get straight to it. Today we're talking about Tesla in South Africa. First of all, we should understand there's only one Tesla in South Africa. Literally, one car, just one. So the question is, why one? Why can't just Elon send a whole bunch of these models right here? Okay, we want to drive them. Well, we'll get into that, but for now, let's talk about why he sent one and why it was actually the Model X. The Tesla that's sitting in South Africa right now has been shipped or imported over by a company called Rubicon. It's a renewable energy company based in South Africa, and they decided they wanted to do marketing on behalf of Tesla, essentially, in South Africa. And they're a company that's going around the country marketing Tesla. There are power walls, there are other power units, chargers, what have you. Anything that's a Tesla product that is expensive is basically what they're marketing. So Tesla Model X is something that I think was a great idea to ship over to South Africa to demonstrate what an electric vehicle is, high-end electric vehicle. And you guys know, I'm an all-time fan of electric vehicles. I've been preaching on this for the past, months, and I love them dearly. I think that they're the future. They should be the future, at least. But there are major hurdles that electric vehicles have to overcome to really fully be accepted by society as a whole at large. And South Africa is really one of the difficult markets to get an electric vehicle into or inject an electric vehicle into. And so Tesla is like, hey, let's first start by opening up a base down there. Okay, let's let people know about what Tesla is, what electric vehicles are, what an electric vehicle can do, what it cannot do, and so forth, right? The benefits of the electric vehicle. And what better way to do that than to send your Tesla Model X to South Africa, because Tesla Model X is actually one of the high-end cars that Tesla is putting out there and designing and manufacturing. So that's why, right there. That's literally why they sent the Tesla Model X over to South Africa. Now, let's talk about the good. So one of the good things about this Model X in South Africa is the fact that, most South Africans actually like buying big cars, SUVs. That's us. Yeah, we're big on big cars. For some weird reason, I don't see why that should even be the case, to be frank, given our current economic state. But nonetheless, we push that aside. There is a huge potential market in South Africa for people to accept this vehicle. And, it's an all-electric car, and the majority of people in South Africa love SUVs, and the Tesla Model X is no exception to our love for SUV cars. The second point I want to make here about electric vehicles, about this particular Model X, is that it is adding to the humanitarian change that we want to see in fighting climate change around the world. And so it's adding on to us essentially reducing the carbon dioxide, release per year around the world. So we're adding on to, we're essentially contributing to fighting climate change to the rest of the world. By fighting climate change, we're helping balance out those water levels around the world, different varying temperatures. Some places are getting colder, some places are getting warmer. And so there's just this huge unbalance that climate change introduces. And so we're trying to balance things out by introducing more EVs into the market. So that's a major plus. You really can't dispute that. So the third thing about this car is that the everyday South African does not have to worry about maintenance plans now, spending money on maintenance, especially for a high-end vehicle like this. In South Africa, I'm not sure about other countries, the more premium the car is, the more expensive the maintenance plan. If you buy a premium car, the assumption is that you can afford to maintain it, right? Buys expensive parts and so forth. With an EV, it doesn't matter how expensive it is, you are saving on those costs in the long run because there aren't too many moving parts in there. So there aren't too many subsystems grinding against each other over here on an electric vehicle. So we are kind of safe in that perspective. So let me walk you through the specifications of the vehicle here before we jump into the bad side of this car. Yes, these are the specs of the vehicle, and the price, as you can see, is just directly off the charts. No pun intended. But at least looking at the range and the speed of the vehicle here, we could conclude that you probably need about 3 charging stops along the way from Johannesburg to Cape Town. So those are all the great things about the car. But moving on to the bad, well, there's only one bad thing about this car: the pricing. Yes, the pricing is just ridiculous. I mean, on the pricing here, guys, seriously, I mean, what are you, Tesla, the Apple of cars in South Africa? Come on, get out of here. Before I get my hands dirty on bashing on the pricing here, let me play the devil's advocate for a little while. Now, the first thing to consider here is that Tesla is an American company, which means that the steering wheel is not on the right side of the vehicle. It's on the left side of the vehicle, right? It's like right there, right? That's the left side of the car. I'm sitting on the right side. Like, this is the steering wheel in my case, right? I'm not on a Tesla, by the way, in case you haven't noticed. But, either way, this is the steering wheel right here, right? And I'm on the right. This is a right drive vehicle. In fact, Tesla Model X's are manufactured in the United States. Then they get shipped around the world. Now, tax, shipping costs, and everything are the reason why this car is just so darn expensive right now. So it's not entirely Tesla's fault, but it kind of is. There are a lot of things to consider here and stuff like that. I get that. It's an American company, but, we don't see Ford vehicles. But, again, it's an unfair comparison because Tesla has a different business approach to things. And so this is what's killing South Africans right now. This is literally why no one should consider buying a Tesla in South Africa, not at this point in time. Maybe in 10 years, okay? Or 20 years, who knows? Maybe in 20 years, we might even have our own electric vehicles. Yeah. So all in all, what I'm trying to say, in conclusion, all right, in summary, what I'm trying to say here is that the pricing about the car is understandable. Here's a bit of a breakdown chart to show you guys exactly how we landed down to 3.8 million rand. Tex is something else, right? In fact, to show you guys how bad this Tesla really is, take a look at this chart right here. Take a look at this chart right here. Look at this. This is the Tesla Model X compared to the Mercedes-Benz Maybach SUV GLS. Now, look at the price drop between the Maybach in the United States compared to the Maybach in South Africa. There's not really that much difference right there, right, in terms of dollars. But if you go over to the Tesla Model X, these are both 2 premium SUVs, by the way. I tried my best here. Now, in all fairness, the GLS is not entirely all electric. Probably not a fair comparison, but in terms of price, it will do at this point. We could clearly see that there's a major drop over here in the cost of the Model X in South Africa compared to the United States. This is not even the plaid version, by the way. The Tesla Model X that we have in South Africa is not the plaid version. And look at the plaid versions in the United States. It's about $116,000. It's more than twice the plaid version in the United States. In other words, if you were to buy the Tesla, you would, with the same amount of money that you buy the Tesla Model X in South Africa, you get 2 plaid Tesla Model X's in the United States. Plaid, okay? Not just the standard. Plaid. Tesla, do something about this, okay? I don't care. It's hard. We get it, okay? Change your supply chain or something, okay? This gets me to the last question. Does Tesla care? 3.8 million rand? I'm almost tempted to say Tesla does not care. However, I think that Tesla does care. I just don't think that they care enough to go on and change the complexities within their supply chain. Already, Tesla is facing a major deficit in battery shipments and so forth. And just the battery is the only issue right now with Tesla cars, okay? Right now, Tesla is having issues with distributing batteries at a much more efficient pace, or manufacturing batteries at a much more efficient pace to get them delivered to their factories in time for them to manufacture the car, and so therefore send them out. But then again, it all has to do with the industrial engineers that are at Tesla. Please, if you're an industrial engineer and you're working with Tesla, come up with some better method, okay, to ship any Tesla model car, okay, to be at least at the same price range with the Ford, with other competitors such as Ford out there and stuff like that. Now, At the same time, I must also play the devil's advocate here. The other reason why I believe that Tesla cares is because just in general, the EV market is still, picking up some momentum. So I'm going to cut them some slack on that note. Also, batteries are super expensive, and it boils down to two things: anode, cathode. Literally, it's these two. It's chemistry. That's literally what it is. Anode, cathode, and the separator between them. Yeah, these materials are not very easy to work around for you to get those desirable battery outputs that you really need. It's a great start. It's a great start. They're trying to, have a footprint here in South Africa. That's good. And so I think that Tesla cares based on those pointers right there. So in conclusion, buy the Tesla car in South Africa in 2030, because it's scary knowing that you are getting a standard Tesla Model X here for twice the money of a Tesla Model X Plaid version in the United States. That's just mind-boggling to me. I'm sorry. I can't comprehend that. It just doesn't make sense to me. We are on our way to 100 subscribers by the end of the 31st of 2022. It's a fictitious date, I know, I understand. Press the red button, subscribe, like the video, share it, and do all the good things. And just do all the good things. Thanks for watching. I've been AVP. Take care. What am I doing out here, huh? Whew. Okay, that was super dumb. I can't do it. Ooh, dude, this is super stupid, dude. What am I freaking doing? Oh. Whew. Okay, get your act together, AV. Okay, just get it together. Why am I even laughing just all by myself in the car? Like, this is not normal. Okay. You ready? All right. I'm just like, fix yourself. Let's go.